Hey diary, it's almost the end of 2020. It's officially the 23rd of December. And I'm starting to understand why I probably don't have friends. I'm the type of person that is not good to call when one of your other friends committed suicide. Because, one, especially if I don't know them, I don't know how to react. Because in my head, excuse me. In my head, if I don't personally know them, it's the same as if somebody in a movie died. Oh, okay. Did I? Didn't know. Don't care. I've also realized because of this, I don't get crazy like some other people do over famous people. I think the closest I've become is Betty White and Rosie O'Donnell. If them two die, I might actually shed a tear. And the last person who wasn't, on my I give a shit status that I shed a tear for was Aaliyah and Left Eye. So, yeah, which probably answers a lot of questions of my sexuality. But, I've seen thousands of people die on the news. Death doesn't faze me. It really doesn't. I think my first true memory of seeing people dead on the news was the Oklahoma City bombing or the Columbine shooting. One of those two. I can't really remember which. But I've seen death in person. Really close. I've also had blood on my hands. Take that however you want. But death ain't a big thing for me. I also don't see the point of why everybody gets so sad when somebody kills themselves. Because, did you actually try anything? I mean, yeah, you could have been there to listen and, tell them how much you need them and explain what they have going for them. But are you there? They're there. For example, I have a friend, Josh. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of shit. Let's understand that. And as we've got older, my views and his have went opposite ways. But he was my best friend. I remember the day I wanted to take my dad's 9mm to school. And it called me the night before. And he stood on that phone with me. Now, mind you, we had a landline, so I had to sneak this phone call. But he stayed on the phone with me for hours. Only because I didn't want to get off the phone. He didn't know why. But it was because I was about to take my dad's 9mm to school. Start blowing brains out. Death by suicide, or suicide by cop, whatever it's called. Death, suicide by cop. Yep. That was the plan for me at 14 years old. Just go with 2 clips and see how many I get to fire off before they me out. Take a cop or two down along the way if that's how it has to go. But he made me start laughing. And he was just there. Did the suicide thoughts stop? No. But at least it stopped for a few hours. Enough to get me through school that day. He probably doesn't even know that. Which is weird. I should probably tell him. But, I don't know. Like I said, I'm using YouTube as a diary. I will start posting more, because I plan on doing at least a 5-minute video weekly for a weekly recap with my brain. But, it's just, I don't know, I think I also might be a sociopath or a psychopath. Because let's see. My kids, both of them. My niece Christina, my nephew Aiden. I don't know my nephew Oliver's personality, so I can't really even include him. My friend Ty. Oh, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm counting the people that I give a shit about if they were to die. My mom is supposed to die before me, so, and the quicker she dies, the closer I can become to finishing my own finish line. Because I gotta get the kids grown, and my parents can't bury me. Well, my mom can't bury me. Yeah. I have 2 brothers. I guess I'd be upset if they died. And for the people who, ever watch this and they're like, oh, well, I mean, you just don't have anybody you care about? I have a lot of people I care about. Just less if I cared if they died. Like, everybody sees this death thing as the end. And for me, I can't. My best friend died on me at 8 years old. And, yeah. I have to think that one day I'll see her again. Because if not, I would have already finished. Already. So, there's that. So I can't think death is the end. But, I've gone 20 years without talking to the one person who knew me as a child, the one person who before I was 18, I told I was touched. So, yeah. Death ain't the end. Even if it's suicide, it's not the end. I'm sorry. And to these people out here in the GFC and everything else talking about, oh, you're not allowed to quit, you're not allowed to quit. Says who? You? Oh, why? Because you didn't quit? Well, here's the screwed up fact for all y'all. If I was to quit, if I was to find somebody who could take me out, because I actually have a suicide clause in my thing. Don't pay out if I do suicide. So if I could find somebody to take me out, my kids would be sad. It's kind of sad when you think of it like that, wouldn't it? I would be of a less financial burden to my own children if somebody could just kill me.